This is Meredith Smith, and this is my digital presentation for the inquiry project on remembering the Titans as my equipment for living. Coaching can be described in many ways, and for every individual, it is slightly different form of communication. Depending on the coach and how the message is delivered and received will affect what and how a coach will communicate. My equipment for living is through Remember the Titans and all the examples that it provides through diversity and process of how coaching can be done to formulate communication to different people. Remember the Titans provides an equipment for living for coaches and mentors in all situations through this movie. It provides that when we are faced with challenges, we are able to overcome those challenges to come out on top and be the leading impact for the future. For my literature review, I really wanted to look at all the different themes that come about when connecting coaching and mentoring to how we use communication. Communication is a very broad topic and has so many different elements that can be contributing factors to the way we look at communication. Working through these problems, growing the elements of your life can make impacts on the communication through coaching to make it successful. The themes that we constantly see through communication, working through coaching and mentoring are making corrections, using your senses and asking why, perseverance, and development. These themes are found throughout research to contribute to how we look at coaching and mentoring in a much broader way and how it relates to communication. There's a lot of themes that come to play when looking at the movie Remember the Titans and how it relates to coaching and mentoring as a way of communication. Those themes we need to look at to be able to see what methods need to be researched more. Asking about coaching strategies, steps and processes, goals, overcoming adversities and challenges, etc. All of these types of questions would help to get a well-grounded understanding of the effect that coaching has as an equipment for living while comparing it and looking at the movie Remember the Titans. Looking at the different themes and the relationships that we see in the movie and how everything comes together through coaching and mentoring as a role of communication, we would want to look at how they relate and how to include the research to look further into the effect coaching has. We would want to ask coaches of every field so that we would be incorporated like sports coaches, life coaches, fitness coaches, spiritual coaches, mentors, and teachers to have a full range of research and information. Some of the questions that we might want to ask would be, do you see coaching as an influential aspect of life in the themes displayed in the Remember the Titans movie? What is your process and elements to coaching that you have seen that are effective and that are played out in roles in the movie? Are those elements of coaching consistent across all aspects of life, or are they specific? Why or why not? How have you seen coaching effective to overcome difficult obstacles? What roadblocks are hit and what processes are taken to overcome them? And was coaching an effective way to approach those roadblocks? What themes do you see within coaching in the movie that relates to the coaching that you have experienced? After researching and questioning coaches of all types and people on the receiving end of the coaching, one of the consistent themes that I can foresee coming out is how when coaches have obstacles, it is very important to stay the course and to keep consistent with the steps and process. This theme is consistent throughout all communication through coaching. When trying to progress to an end goal through communication, keeping the way of communication is something that can be understandable and reciprocated by the person being coached or communicated to. The question is, Where do you see equipment for living and coaching? The answer is really all around us. Through these examples in Remember the Titans, it is prevalent to see so many applications. Coaching and mentoring can be described in many different ways and mean different things to many people. A coach can be a mentor, guide, supporter, or really anything for that matter. No matter what the coach in a certain scenario, they can make an impact. Through communication in coaching and mentoring, there will be lessons learned in addition to growth in many more ways than just one. Through sharing experiences, there is more than one reason to support that coaching is a form of communication that has an impact on the future and what goes on around the world.